I'm at South by Southwest right now, outside of the Alienware Outpost, with coverage brought to you by Alienware. That's right, conflict of interest alert, sponsored by Alienware. I'm interviewing David Chen from Alienware. I feel like everyone should know that by now, but just in case. So, David, what brings Alienware to South by Southwest?
South by Southwest is in our backyard. So for anyone who doesn't know, Dell is the big mothership of Alienware, and we're actually based out of Austin, not too far actually in Round Rock, which is North Austin. And so South by Southwest being an event that always happens in our backyard, we've really taken a greater focus these past couple of years to just protect our ground and welcome our partners, our friends, to come out and hang out with us in a venue and really just show off gaming to the local Austin community.
So, talking a little bit about League of Legends, because that's what a lot of the people here are watching for, what is happening here that's League of Legends-wise?
So this weekend, as you guys know, LCS is doing its regular weekly cadence matches in LA. So we thought, why not find an opportunity to introduce that format to people who may not be as familiar with the League product. So we're hosting watch parties here on Saturday and Sunday. We've got 2 screens inside, so we have the big stage outside as well as inside, and so we're giving people an opportunity to come watch some of the matches. We've even plucked a known talent from that world to come out and even make it a little bit more real for the people here.
Yeah, Brodin is here. That's actually true.
Yeah. The true talent, the mind behind the camera. And so, it's been a good opportunity just to show people what League is. So not only do they have a chance to watch it inside with our space here, but we're also set up a 1v1 station. So for anyone who is particularly familiar with League, they can really throw down with their friends. If they're not familiar with League, they can come, click around in an environment that's probably a little less structured and formal, and just get a feel for the game and the hardware as well.
Well, so it's a couple months into the official relationship with Riot Games, because you guys announced this at CES, I believe. I was there for that. And how are things going so far? How do you feel about the current status of the relationship and what you guys have been able to do as partners?
I think it's going really well so far. I mean, if anything, it's still really early. We're 9-10 weeks in to the first spring split. So if anything, we know that this is going to be a multi-year partnership. We know that there's a lot of things that we have the opportunity to build together. It doesn't make sense to plan for too much and then not be able to deliver to your goals. So we really came at it from a thoughtful mindset and said, look, we have multiple years to really build something. Like a fine dining course, how do we have it progress over time? And so we're already starting to look at how we tackle spring finals, how are we going to tackle summer finals, how do we feature you, how do we feature Liquid, and those are all very League-centric events. At the same time, for events like here where it's South by Southwest, how do we work together to collectively bring these events to a mainstream audience?
We have a third person joining. That's actually, we're good. So you've been able to bring League to this event, but I mean, you guys, it's not just South by Southwest that you guys have appearances at; it's other things as well.
Yeah, I mean, our normal event cadence is at things like your PAXs of the world, your South bys of the world, E3s. But in addition to that, we're trying to go to more mainstream events, your Comic Cons of the world, where essentially, and we've all seen it, the average gamer these days doesn't just play games. They go watch movies at midnight, they listen to EDM tracks, they go attend festivals, things like that. How do we find that next step of gamer out there who is really just one cool experience away from being a League fan?
It's kind of cool that League is bringing Alienware to their events and Alienware is bringing League to their events. It's kind of a neat relationship that you guys have in that way.
Yeah. It's fun to work with a partner that has such strong and engaged community and fandom. The moment you work with Riot and plan an event, they get that tweet out and tell the community where to rally. Those fans come and they come hardcore, they come hungry. A lot of them just love cosplay as well. So from the perspective of even inviting even more eyes to see kind of the spectacle, it's a great recipe.
Now, I don't know if you can tease a little bit about St. Louis at all and what you guys' presence is going to be like, but for people who are excited about that event, any idea yet on what you guys are going to be able to pull off?
So we're still talking it through. So what we know so far, I guess what everyone knows so far, St. Louis, 4/13, Shafit, Saturday. We know there's going to be the first and second place matches. So for Alienware, as a sponsor of the league, we are going to be working with Riot to finalize kind of what are the on-site venue activities that we're doing. The 1v1s have already had a really good reception from the fans, so the thought there is how do we expand upon that, make it more interesting, make it more accessible, and then certainly as well, there was the original discussions about the Friday Community Day event, which had to be canceled. So we're still trying to talk through then, do we as Alienware potentially try and work with another known talent to try and do something for spring. If not that, there may be some other plans as well that we're going to try and tag team with some of our other partners. So more info to come. Just know that, we're talking to the right people. We want to do something that the fans will really enjoy, and stay tuned.
Hopefully, I would love, I'm not saying anything, but I would love to do another live version of my show. So maybe there's explorations that are happening there. Stay tuned. I think is what you said.
The last time that happened, you got Faker on your stage, so
I don't think he's attending summer or spring finals at St. Louis.
Maybe we'll get like a telepresence screen and just have him, call in.
You can't say this. People will actually think they're like it's gonna happen. You can't get them excited. Moving away from League of Legends.
Actually, I do want to interject. If we do manage to get a 1v1 setup for your stage, my goal is to make that kind of a beef settling platform. So for Steve and for Jack and the cohorts of people that fuel the meme machine, I would really love to invite Steve and Jack to potentially duel 1v1 in whatever setup we build, pending. For charity, for shits and giggles, for fun, for hair dyes. We'll see.
Well, we'll see if we can throw it down. I'd love to see that happen. I feel like that would be really enjoyable.
Jack, come on, man. Come on, Jack. Come on.
Well, so moving away from League, though, one of the things that was really interesting to me is that at this event, you guys had Hungrybox here from Team Liquid. Obviously, you guys have the relationship with him, but something that I found interesting is that he's playing on a Switch.
Yep.
Last time I checked, Alienware/Dell does not make the Switch. It's a great product. But I think a lot of other brands, a lot of sponsors would say, well, that doesn't showcase our product. Like, why are we doing this? I'm actually kind of curious. We haven't had a chance to talk about it yet. What inspired that?
I think the first approach is just what would be good and fun for the fans. And I'll touch upon this in a moment, but you bring a game like League to an event like South by Southwest, sure, there's going to be some people that really, truly love League, know League, and are ready to hop into it. But at the same time, there's not, in some instances, there's people that don't want to spend 15 to 25 minutes playing a game of League in a setting like this. So one of the first things we really try to find is, if we're going to involve Team Liquid, one, we knew we couldn't get the players out here this weekend. Obviously, they're playing. They're playing. And so the next best thing was, what is a representative from Liquid that can still really serve well to this audience? So again, being South by Southwest, it's the hub for technology, gaming, and just generally a lot of people who may be more casual? Even Hungrybox said the word casual, so I can quote him on that. So in that regard, it's like, let's bring Smash, let's bring Hungrybox, let's find someone who is just not only excellent as a host, but someone who's like a god of his skill and his craft, and have him just 3-stock and smash plebs here in the crowd. And so we decided to not only set up a little lounge here, give him a place to hang, give fans a place to come hang and kind of play some casual matches in with here, but then also invite him onto the stage and basically just have like a Smash joust off. I think it went really, really well. The crowd, obviously took to it. Nintendo obviously knows that their platform is really approachable and just really straightforward, so it wound up just being a really good recipe for success. Fans loved it. The Smash community loved it. Hungrybox was here. He loved it. And we're going to be doing this tomorrow as well.
Well, looking forward to it. I guess we need to wrap this up soon because I need to go see how TL is doing. They're playing right now.
Yep.
And also there's a show that's happening tonight that I'm hosting.
Yes.
So I'm very excited about that. I usually host talk shows. This is a DJ set that I'm not DJing for, unfortunately. I've been trying to learn it, so I don't know. But I am actually the host for it, so I got to get that ready. Anything you... Oh.
The same way that we're trying to get League in front of more fans and Liquid in front of more fans, we're trying to get Travis Gafford Industries to expand his horizons a little bit.
That's true. Esports fans know me. EDM fans do not. So I am really hopeful that I can break into the EDM industry with Alienware's help.
Hollywood is here. There's a lot of casting agents, talent agents. They need people that know how to work a mic.
Yeah. I also live 20 minutes from Hollywood, so I feel like flying to Austin to meet casting agents. But I do appreciate it. I think that's
Always connecting the dots for our partners. You know, it's all about making the sum of the parts bigger than the whole.
By the way, thank you so much, David, for the interview. Looking forward to seeing what you guys can do at St. Louis. And this is an Alienware update. We're going to Dave and I want to do one of these once a quarter or so. So hopefully you see a couple more throughout the year, see how things go.
And if there are things that, I mean, realistically, like, we know this is a working process. So if there are things that you want to see us do, whether it's in support of League, whether it's in support of Liquid, or whether it's in support of Travis Gafford Industries, leave it in the comments. Let us know. His feedback will get back to the right ears, and you know, I feel like we've built something really special here to where, like, we've got the right people in the room to make cool stuff happen.
Yeah, when people complain about something, I just send it to David in a Twitter DM. So it usually takes him 15 minutes to reply. So that's the feedback loop. Anyway, thank you so much, David, for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Hey, thanks so much for watching my interviews here at South by Southwest. We only got a couple. There's Hungrybox and David, and if you've seen one, you should go to see the other. If you've seen both, then thank you very much. But shout out to Alienware for bringing Brodin and I out here. We're also going to be trying to do a vlog. Brodin has promised me that it'll happen within a week of South by Southwest. If it doesn't, you can send him Twitter messages at Brodin Plett expressing your displeasure. Again, thank you so much to Alienware for the support, and looking forward to creating more awesome esports coverage for you throughout the year.